Happy New Year, guys. If you've been trying to set goals and be consistent, then this video is for you. At the start of 2023, I went full time in entrepreneurship and I struggled with being consistent with my goals while trying not to be distracted by the 1001 things on the internet. I failed. I decided to change that this year. So plan and go through my Notion setup with me in hopes that this would help you set goals and be consistent with your goals this year. I started reading Atomic Habits some days ago, and even though I'm only on page 38, one thing I've been able to hold on to is that if you focus on the goal, you'll fail. The only way to scale through is by building habits around your goals. Immediately you come into my Notion, you have Rally's Life OS. This is basically my operating system. So my word for the year sort of is do it afraid. So whether or not you're afraid, just do it. Basically, is my word for the year. I have this image that just shows setting up goals. So we come to Life OS, which just shows a little breakdown of like what my life is about. So religion, all the things I want to do regarding my religion this year is in there. One thing I want to do is be consistent with praying at the right time. I know that is something that I completely throughout last year wasn't my top priority. I would just jam pack everything towards the end of the day and blame it on life. So that is one thing under my religion. Under fitness, as at today, it hasn't been set up, but as you can see, I already have like an outline of exactly what I want to do with my diet schedule. I know that this is what the days of the weeks are. Eat healthy and make sure that I'm not confused and fall back into the habit of eating bread, which is what I tend to do most of the time. Then we have my reading list, which just comprises of books that I want to read this year. Mostly self-help books, my short and long-term goals, my wish list, so things I hope to buy or I hope to get gifted this year. A camera is one of them. That's why you guys can see it on the screen here. Recipes. So I joined Hilda Bass's course towards the end of last year because I really wanted to have an idea of a lot of food recipes. So I have different recipes and links to those recipes. I hope to travel a lot this year by the grace of God. So, all of that is there. Travel plans. So when I want to plan for the trip, when I want to go for the trip, all the documentation and all the requirements will just go into that board. Vision board, we all know what vision board is, which is just a representation of what we hope, our life will look like at the end of the year. So scrolling down, you just see my 2024 goals, which just shows physical goals, under physical goals, stay focused. I'm not someone who is unhealthy. So one thing I learned from Atomic Habits is that in order to achieve your goals, you need to forget the goals and then build habits around the goals. Let's take a look at my fitness goal, for instance. So this year, I hope to lose body fat and have more muscle. So what does that mean? It means I am someone who is healthy, right? I'm someone who is fit. So instead of looking at that goal and saying that my goal is just, lose weight and gain muscle, I then make it a habit. I know everybody talks about embodying and claiming who you are so that you're that person and then you're ready when that person is. It's a lot of confusion. But how I would explain it best is that if, like I said, I want to be healthy and fit by the end of 2024, I want to take any action. For instance, I wake up this morning and I want to have a whole loaf of bread, which is something I would normally do, right? I go and I say, is this what a healthy person would do? So if this is not what a healthy person is going to do, then I'm not going to do it. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't work, and then, we just have cheat days, and we have days where we just are not in the mood to feel productive or healthy. But when that is the majority, when the good parts or the good decisions we make are the majority, then, compounds and makes the entire year more successful, more productive, more healthy in this case. So a good example that was given in this book is that if a plane is supposed to leave New York and head to maybe Chicago, is it Chicago or Washington? I can't remember. But if a plane is supposed to leave New York and instead of going at 0 degrees, right, with how big a plane is, so if this plane goes up by 3 degrees, it's going to end up in a completely different city by the time it lands. So having a tiny percent increment or doing something by a tiny percent over a long time would amount to like very big changes. The way compounding interest works with finance, physical attributes is under my physical goals, how I want to look like, the things I want to do physically to my body, how I want to change my wardrobe, all of those things are part of my physical goals for the year. Then I have physical relationships. To be honest, I didn't know where to put relationships, like friendships and all of that. So I put them under physical goals. So physical relationships are all my relationships with my friends. I want to be more intentional. So I had a rough start to the year and I realized that I do not reach out to as much people as I should in my life. So I want to be more intentional with birthdays, with giving of gifts, with just, to be honest, being better as a friend. So that is something that is under my physical relationship goals. We also have financial goals. So under my financial goals, I have earning. So financial goals that will make me earn money, goals that will make me grow my money, and goals that will help me save my money. Like I said, focusing on a goal is wrong. Instead, focus on habits that will help you build a goal. So if you're someone who saves at the end of every month, if I say I'm someone who saves at the end of every month, and the end of the month comes and I don't save, who am I? I'm not someone who saves at the end of every month. Do you understand? So I have spiritual goals, which is just basically linked to, my religion and, everything I want to do Islamically by the grace of God. I have mental goals, which, to be honest, is just things I want to put down so that when I have my low moments, because we be having low moments, when I have those, I can then look at those things and help me get back to, the momentum that I want to be for the rest of, the quarter, the year, and all of that. Then I have content goals. As you all know, I'm a content creator. I create content on YouTube, on TikTok for my business, and on Instagram. So I have goals under that. So scrolling down, I have a weekly schedule. Today is Monday. The reason why I love Notion, by the way, just on the offside, is that all of these things update on my phone automatically. So if I take clothes to the tailor, which I haven't done, it's automatically going to be on my phone. So when I'm on the go, I can easily tick things off, add things to the list, update things. If anything is going on, in my brain, I can easily add it. I am a pen and paper girl. I would always write things on pen and paper, but sometimes we need to digitalize things, which then just, Notion comes about. Notion makes things easy. So relax my hair. I did that this morning. I went to the dentist this morning, which is why I'm talking with a lisp. But yeah, take laundry to the laundromat, not yet done. Update website, all these things are not yet done. So once I'm done with them, I take them. Sometimes I already know what I want to do the next day, so I write that, have a meeting. I have a couple of meetings tomorrow. So Wednesday, nothing yet, and Thursday, so I would feel as I go. And as I said, my goal for the year is to stay consistent. So I want to see this every time I open anything, stay consistent, because I struggle with consistency. I don't struggle with picking things up and starting things, but I want to be consistent with finishing things I start and not be distracted by something else that would make me pick it up and, the whole cycle. So scrolling down, I have a calendar, which is my business/personal calendar. And this one just houses, so for personal things, it just houses people's weddings, people's birthdays. For instance, Hamida's wedding, my friend's sister's turned friend's wedding, was on Saturday. Film a podcast with Hamida is happening today. She's in a different time zone, so that's happening much later today. Go to the dentist. How I differentiate putting things on my calendar and putting things on my to-do list is that things I want to be reminded about. So sometimes I can forget and it's 12 p.m. and I'm like, oh shit, I was supposed to the dentist today. but that did not happen. So I want those things on my calendar so I can get, reminders about. So meeting with my social media manager is happening tomorrow. Meeting with some business partners is also happening tomorrow. So those things are on my calendar so I can remind myself of exactly what time it is and do it. Scrolling down, we have projects and content calendar. Like I said, I'm a content creator, and this just helps me be consistent. So for this content calendar, I have different views. So I have the calendar that shows me when it's time to film. So obviously today I am filming how to make 2024 your year. I also have, an editing view where I have videos I want to edit and what dates I want to edit. I have the published videos I want to be published. So I want these videos to be published hopefully on Monday. We want to be consistent. So yeah, I hope that happens. I'll be really excited if that happens. So I also have this view, which is just like a Kanban view. It just shows me, the idea, filming, editing, what stage it is. So I can move the boards however I want. So this is right now is in filming because I'm filming this video now. So I'm allowed to move this. Down here is a breakdown of this. So this content breakdown is linked to this calendar. I hope I'm not losing you guys here. But for instance, how to make 2024 your year. This is the breakdown. So what status is it at? Is at filming because we just moved it to filming. The tag, which video, what type of video is it? Basically, that's what my tag is. So is it a YouTube video? Is it a short? Is it a TikTok? Is it a blog post? Is it a podcast? Whatever it is, I put that there. Filming date is today, which is why, there's a red, it's like, have you filmed this? This is the editing date, this is the publishing date, scripting date, and all of that is here. These are some other video, ideas that I have broken down, and this is what it looks like. And in here, okay, before we go to my brain dump, here is just, if you open this, basically, it just shows you everything about this particular video. If I have an inspirational link for this video, I'll add it here. If it's a brand content, I'll add the brand name here just to make, everything organized. So under here, I have like research under the topic, title options I just have one for now. Goals, the short lists. So goals, what I want to achieve from the video. The short list, that is like the list of shots that I want to take for the videos. I have different angles, I have, all of that good stuff. Then my script, so the opening and the intro, Happy New Year. So how I want to structure it, to edit, and how, any footage, any B-roll, anything I want to add to the video is just here. Content ideas or brain dump, so I have them under short form for business, which is just basically Byralia. I don't know if you guys know, I have a business page. So that is that. And then I have short form personal, which is sometimes my TikTok. I do be goofing around on there. So just content ideas and brain dump for that so that I can just remain consistent. And for instance, like on my phone, if I scroll down, if I'm just walking on the road or driving or something, not driving, if I'm, whatever I'm doing, I'm eating and I'm with my phone and I have a content idea, or I'm TikTok or I'm on Instagram and I see a video idea that I want to replicate or I want to do something similar, I can easily just, put it and it's there automatically. I don't have to start remembering that what video was it that I saw that I want to replicate and all of that. So basically, this is all it is. Yeah. I'm also creating a workflow that would be majorly for project managers, people that have projects, or even content creators. If you want to work with a brand and you need to just show them a breakdown of because it's a project, you want to show them a breakdown. I have, a template on Notion for that. And I'm working on, and maybe by the time this video is out, it'll be out. I'll link it if it is. And it just basically helps you plan your project. I usually use Microsoft Project to plan my projects. Did that make sense? For like, my interior design works, for, various other things I have to do as a project manager, as an interior designer. It is very stressful to use because it isn't synced to anything online. It's always on my laptop. So if I'm not with my laptop at that moment, I cannot access the file or update it if the client wants that. But then with budgeting, I also then have it on Google Sheets, which is very convenient. But then having your plan and your budget and everything just scattered really makes it hard to be on top of your game with your projects. So this Notion template would have everything, and how you can plan your project, the budgets, everything, all the breakdowns. So even your clients can have access and can view it. You can restrict them from editing, but they can view it as you go. You can tell them that, okay, this is the plan, this is what stage we're on, this is who is assigned to it. If you're a content creator and you need the brand to get back to you on a particular video or something, you assign it and then you let them know. So you can add people to the page and just make everything seamless for you. So you can be on the go and you get a call about updating something. It's easy for you to go into the template and attach it. That was a mouthful. Thank you guys so much. I hope 2024 brings about all the dreams, all the fulfillment, all the desires that we hope and we wish and pray for. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year once again. It's already the end of January, but it's still the new year. And check out this video next. Bye.